Hey guys, welcome to Northern Power Sports. My name is Mark. This is going to be kind of a little intro video. I'm going to show you one of the toys that I have floating around in the garage here. Uh, Kind of the premise for this channel is going to be what can be done on a limited budget to have more fun than a lot of these guys with big bucks. Um, Little about me, I grew up in Colorado, riding and racing dirt bikes. Started riding on the street when I was 15. Been doing it ever since. Still occasionally play in the dirt, four wheel, all kinds of different things. That's what I'm hoping to bring to the channel. What can be done on a limited budget to have a good time? It's been a little bit of a rough adjustment. Went from growing up in the Front Range of Colorado and knowing somebody who did just about everything, so anytime I needed something, I knew who to call, to being up here pretty much by myself with my girlfriend and the dog. It's been an adjustment, but learning how to do things and meeting people as I go and trying to have fun in the process. One of the biggest downsides is we have essentially 9 months of winter up here. As you can see, we're in my garage at the apartment complex, which is about the only space I have up here to do anything with. So the goal for this YouTube channel is to kind of show what a guy can do on a limited budget, not being the guy who's going out and spending 40, 50, $60,000 to have one toy and have fun with it. I'd rather be the guy who's into it at the end of the day, $40,000, but I've got 5 toys or 10 toys or however it pans out. So I'm hoping you guys will come along with me. We'll kind of show you some of the stuff that we've got now. I do have some other stuff that's going to make its way up here in the coming months. Um, the goal for the channel is we're going to try and do at least one upload a week and do a short, maybe 2 shorts as we go throughout that week, kind of in between uploads. But we'll sit here and we'll kind of have some fun together and see what we can come up with. If you guys at home end up starting projects or something, even if it's not my style, I'm always into somebody who's willing to do the work themselves and who's willing to put the effort in for the reward. So if you guys have something that's cool at home that you want to show off, post it up in the comments, shoot me an email. I'm always interested. Okay, guys, so I figure I'd show you what we have to work with. This is basically my garage. It doubles as where the girlfriend parks her car at night. And obviously stuff from the house is storage, which I'll show you here in just a second. But I built 99% of the shelving in this garage out of scrap wood that we had left over at work. I did have to go buy screws and stuff, but essentially trying to do everything I can on a budget. Seats hung up on the wall. Obviously, cleaning supplies, oils, all that stuff is up on the wall. Little compressor there. Working our way around. We've got another pair of shelves over here, and this is all fishing gear for summer. Got my rods up on the wall. Uh, Moving gullies, creeper, a couple more shelves that I built. Got mostly stuff that we had left over at work. I did have to buy some of it out of pocket, but nothing major. Working this way, got a couple of the cheap department store shelves and the Harbor Freight Specials Yukon and US General boxes for toolboxes. Again, nothing fancy. I'd love to have one of the Snap-on Epic boxes, but also not looking to be $10, $12, $14,000 deep in just a box. So that's basically what we have in the garage to work around with. I've got a couple of propane heaters. As you can see, two of the walls are covered, but they're non-insulated, non-insulated ceiling. And I do have some lights hung up. I am gonna get some more lights for the back half of the garage so that it's better lit back there while we're working on stuff. I think now we're ready to show you kind of one of the first toys that we've got and talk about it a little bit. Okay guys, so the first thing I wanted to kind of show was my 2015 Street Glide. I know I talked about not being the guy who walks in and buys something brand new, but I was in my mid-20s, was in a situation where I could, and that's honestly the first thing I did. And I spent 6 years paying over $600 a month just to pay the thing off. I love it. This bike is basically all reliable. The girlfriend and I put quite a few miles on it. I've got like 21,000 and change on it now. As you can tell, it's actually still dirty from the last poker run we did. I put it in the garage, went back to work, and got tied up on some other stuff, and then the weather went bad, and I haven't had a chance to be out here since. It's, like I say, it's a 2015 Street Glide. It does have essentially stage 1 air cleaner. It's got a Reinhardt 2-in-1 pipe on it, and it's tuned on Dynajet Power Vision. It does have a quick detached trunk. If you work your way around, I did put on a set of 14-inch bars. I'm 6'4" and I have real long arms. I personally wish I'd have went with another inch or two taller, but these are still a considerable upgrade over the stock, which made me feel like I was riding a sport bike. Something that seriously needs to happen is it needs to get cleaned up. It needs to be polished up, which I think we'll do a video on just that. Just getting it cleaned up and set up for winter, and then, I'll throw the cover on it, put it on a battery tender, and it'll be good to go for the spring when I can service it, and we'll fire it up and just take off again. That's something I'm kind of hoping to add to the channel, and, as much as I love the bike, it's almost exactly the way I bought it, other than maintenance, and I did stage 1 to it in the bars. I haven't had to touch this bike. There's not a whole lot of me in this bike. That's something I'm hoping to change on most of our future builds. Everything else that we do in the future, I'm really hoping that, I'll have gone through, put my own touch on it, even if it's just bringing it back to stock. At least I did all the parts on it and know what's in the bike. And if I'm going to put my girlfriend on the back of something, I want to make sure it's reliable and that it's safe. And that, the risk I'm willing to take by myself is completely different from the risk I'd be willing to take with her. So yeah, I think the next video will probably be cleaning this up. I will probably go ahead and sprinkle in working on some of the vehicles and stuff that are a necessity. Like one of the projects that we have is going to be a 4-wheeler. It requires a pickup at least, or a trailer to haul a 4-wheeler around if you're going to ride it. So there will be some stuff on working on some vehicles and other toys, just kind of basic stuff. But it should be a pretty good time. I'm hoping you guys follow along and that everybody enjoys the content. And like I said, I'm open to suggestions and ideas. I want this to be a two-way street. If you have good or bad comments, leave them. I'll read everything that's in the comment page, and we'll go from there. Look forward to the journey with you guys. Okay, guys. Well, if you liked, kind of what you saw, or piqued your curiosity, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications, and join me through this journey. We'll see what we can do on basically a shoestring budget and put some cool toys together. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.